He's nervous and he's giving off energy as if he's trying to dilute his brain into believing things that are basically not going to happen. I just don't understand how he can dilute his brain into believing that when he didn't make Steve Claggett, that's his name, Steve Claggett, quit. He didn't make him quit. He didn't make George Kambosos quit. He did not make Lomachenko quit. So what in the world makes him think that he's going to make me quit? It's also another thing. I'm not as small as Lomachenko was. Like, he may be the bigger fighter, but he's not just way bigger than me. I think with the Lomachenko fight, he was a lot bigger than Lomachenko, and he instilled, and his dad instilled fear inside of Lomachenko by constantly calling his name, and I seen it within the way that Lomachenko fought, and I think that I don't have that. Like, I'm the type of guy that I take risks. I'm not scared of these moments. I'm not scared of this fight.
I just think that, like, going rounds with Bud, you know, and everything he can do inside the ring, in my opinion, is better than whatever Teo can bring inside the ring, you know. So I feel like he gonna be more than ready for Teofimo Lopez, meaning Shakur, than the other way around. So who is Teofimo Lopez sparring? You know, what type of sparring is he getting?
Yeah, I just can't. You wonder what would be a shocker if Teo pulled it off and did something like stop Shakur.
But Teo won his two biggest fights on points, and by the way,
by nobody that's on Shakur level.
Lomachenko.
Shakur Stevenson is coming for blood, and Teofimo Lopez is about to get exposed. Speaking of Teofimo Lopez, Tim Bradley has sounded the alarm, stressing that Shakur Stevenson enters this fight much better prepared. Bradley argues that Lopez lacks a structured game plan compared to Stevenson's meticulous preparation. He even questions whether Teofimo is ready to handle what is coming at him.
That Bud's influence on Shakur changed his outlook and just changed his entire life. You know, I really do. His influence, you know, iron sharpens iron, man. Yeah. So, like, if you hang around killers, man, you're going to become a killer, you know, eventually, right? If you hanging around bullies, you're going to become a bully. It's a part of it. It's just a part of life. It's just how we are as human beings. So, like, being around greatness, seeing that and seeing how you train, that's only going to enhance you as a fighter. And then sparring him on a day-to-day basis, picking up his IQ, come on, man. It's only going to make him better, right? So I personally think that Bud is a tougher sparring session, a tougher fight than the Teofimo Lopez.
According to Bradley, Stevenson's experience sparring with Crawford will give him a decisive advantage in both athleticism and performance, potentially exposing Teofimo's weaknesses in critical moments. He emphasizes that when Lopez struggles, he tends to grow frustrated, a vulnerability Stevenson is likely to exploit.
And I mean that respectively, you know what I mean? I just think that, like, going rounds with Bud, you know, and everything he can do inside the ring, in my opinion, is better than whatever Teo can bring inside the ring, you know. So I feel like he gonna be more than ready for Teofimo Lopez, meaning Shakur, than the other way around. So who is Teofimo Lopez sparring? You know, what type of sparring is he getting, you know, for Shakur Stevenson, I wonder. You know, is it top notch like a Crawford? You know, I don't know. I don't think so. You know, so just saying, you know, preparation is important. Having a plan is important. I've seen Teofimo Lopez get in the ring, man, and when things are not going his way, things become really difficult for him, man.
That a loss to Stevenson could force Teofimo Lopez to rethink his entire career trajectory. Drawing from the experiences of fighters like Oscar Valdez, who had to recalibrate after falling to Stevenson, he anticipates a bout where Teofimo not only suffers a decisive defeat, but also faces a harsh reality check. In Bradley's view, the fight's outcome seems almost predetermined. Stevenson's superior skill and composure give him the upper hand.
You know, it's really hard for him to make adjustments, period. Do I expect him to be better than what he was against Ortiz? Abso-freaking-lutely, because you learn from those fights. Abso-freaking-lutely. If you think he's gonna be that way, hell no, he's not. You know, he's gonna be better. He's gonna learn from that. But I'm just saying, from the history, I just see, like, if Shakur starts to frustrate him and he can't hit Shakur, you know, how is he going to react to that? Is he going to be able to stay resolute? Is he going to stay mentally strong? Is he going to be able to figure out a plan on how to cut off the ring or do whatever's necessary to catch up with Shakur and land some offense? So that's always been a problem. Like, you got to understand that when guys face Shakur Stevenson, man, they literally have to, like, they get beat. They like most guys that I listen to after they got beat by Shakur, Valdez, like, they literally like reassess their freaking careers, and just the way they even perceive boxing is different. They just like, my God, like, I couldn't hit him.
Then comes George Kambosos Jr., the only fighter to defeat Teofimo Lopez, who has weighed in with a prediction that could reveal the fight's possible outcome.
He does have that pop. He does have that dangerous, explosive power, that dynamic power. I can see where he can land on Shakur and put him out cold. But I can also see, similar to the Lomachenko fight, where he can cut off a little bit of the good things that Shakur does and have Shakur in a double-minded, making him think, if I go now, maybe I get caught, and he could rack up the points. Now, Teofimo Lopez has a very good history in southpaws. He loves fighting southpaws. He's a guy that I studied prior to my fight, and I saw how well he does with southpaws, but he has disadvantages against guys that are orthodox.
Kambosos expects Teofimo to start aggressively, attempting to control the early rounds. However, he believes that as the fight progresses, Lopez's weaknesses will become evident. Kambosos considers Stevenson the more adaptable fighter and highlights the costly mistakes Teofimo has made, even raising concerns about his boxing IQ based on their past encounter.
I see this fight starting quick for Teofimo Lopez. I think he's going to come out aggressive, not as aggressive as he did against myself, but I think he's going to be on the charge, on the front foot, trying to make Shakur Stevenson in a annoying kind of style where he's got to be quick and reactive. Now, Shakur is a very skilled fighter, good on his feet, good on his movement, good on his defense, but he still does get caught with shots, and I think Teo will have a bit of success early, but Shakur is the kind of fighter that can adapt better than what I believe Teofimo Lopez can adapt. Now, we've said it in the past, Teofimo Lopez, even in my fight, doesn't adapt well. He's not able to change things around on the fly. Things might be going wrong for him, and he doesn't have that boxing knowledge, that boxing IQ of being able to adapt and change.
Despite acknowledging Teofimo Lopez as a dynamic and powerful fighter, Kambosos is confident that Lopez's usual strategies won't be effective against Stevenson. He references Lopez's previous fights against Vasyl Lomachenko, where Teofimo struggled to land clean, impactful punches. Kambosos expects a similar pattern here, suggesting that while Lopez may have a path to victory, it is much narrower than Stevenson's route to success.
To two fighters being able to adapt, I think Shakur definitely has the edge. And you'll be able to see, I think, in the mid rounds of the fight where he can mentally change and be able to change things to suit his style, suit his way of fighting. Now, Shakur is a very sharp defensive fighter. Now, Lopez, if he's not able to land the clean shots, does he mentally start to get frazzled? Does he get more frustrated? Does he start to open up more and try to land more shots? And that opens up more shots for Shakur to land his counter punches. Now, I can see that fight panning out that way, but then I can see Teofimo Lopez as well being a dynamic, explosive kind of guy.
Kambosos believes that Stevenson possesses the tools to keep Lopez uncomfortable and maneuver him into traps. He respects Lopez's explosive abilities, but insists that Stevenson's skill set will neutralize those advantages. Kambosos predicts that Stevenson's superior control, timing, and ring management will force Lopez to fight at an uncomfortable pace, ultimately exposing his vulnerabilities.
Size of the guy, clean shot lands, it lands. And I know you said about me, obviously not being the biggest puncher and landing clean and busting up Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, sometimes I understand that, but also styles make fights, and different styles and different fighters possess different attributes. So I don't think you possess the style that I have where I can make it gritty and land shots 3, 4, 5 fast combinations from different angles, but I think you possess other skill sets where you can adapt and make Teofimo Lopez very uncomfortable. But again, Teofimo Lopez is the kind of fighter where he can land that quick shot.
Adding on, Andre Ward has issued a stark warning to Teofimo Lopez, criticizing his chaotic behavior during press events. Ward claims that Stevenson is prepared to punish Lopez for every boastful word, and that the young fighter's trash talk will meet a master of the ring. Stevenson is a blank canvas who can adapt to any style, whereas Lopez appears unfocused and reliant on flashy antics. Ward believes Stevenson's adaptability will make Lopez pay for overconfidence in the ring.
I respect them both because Teo knows it's going to be a real fight. Shakur knows it's going to be a real fight. And I look at Shakur like a fighter who has a blank canvas. He's got the IQ, he got the experience, and the athleticism, and the skill set where he can paint any type of picture he wants to on a blank canvas. When I look at Teofimo Lopez, he's almost that. He has a blank canvas, but he needs an outline on what to draw and what to paint inside the line. Now, every now and again, he'll go away from the outline that he has and he'll do something dope, and you'll be like, "Ooh, that was cool. That wasn't on the outline right there." But I don't think that he can create on the fly like a Shakur Stevenson. But what he does bring to the table...
Since the fight was announced, many fans have clamored for a Lomachenko versus Lopez matchup, eager to see Lopez prove himself. Ward dismisses that narrative, asserting that Lomachenko's style cannot match Stevenson's technical mastery. He observes that Stevenson has shown almost no flaws, while Lopez displays noticeable issues with footwork, mistakes Stevenson is likely to exploit come fight night.
And what Shakur does have to deal with is explosive power, quick twitch, muscles, and the type of punches that he likes to throw. And Teo doesn't have the foot game that Shakur has, but he's got a decent foot game. So Shakur has a lot to deal with as well. But I just think that when it comes to creating on the fly, making adjustments on the fly, Teofimo Lopez looks like the better boxer when he's facing an inferior fighter, an inferior boxer. When you say, well, he fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko's not... Loma mastered fighting in a small space. He's to the side of you. He's behind you. He's not a guy that's going to use the perimeter of the ring. He didn't come up fighting the way we fight here in the States. He's got his style. He's a mix. He's the Matrix. He's a mix of several different styles.
Roy Jones Jr. finds humor in Teofimo Lopez attempting to outline a strategy against Stevenson. He believes Lopez has already done enough by trash talking, which has inadvertently motivated Stevenson to dominate. According to Jones, Lopez is aware that, skill-wise, he isn't on Stevenson's level, making the fight a mismatch in favor of the technical genius.
I think that Teo just painted outline by being as disrespectful as he can at the press conference, because he wants to try to piss this kid off so the kid come fight with him. You understand me? Because with me, he have exactly what he wanted. Because as soon as I go in there, I'm coming straight to his head. You understand where I'm coming from? So, but I think that's what he's trying to get. Yeah, you feel me? But I think that's what he's trying to get Shakur to do. Because why would you say that to a person? What does that have to do with boxing? You feel me? He knows that Shakur has great feet, and he's not gonna be able to catch Shakur if he lets Shakur take his time to do what he does. So he got to try to make Shakur come in and try to kill him, which is what he just did at the press conference.
Meanwhile, Tim Bradley highlights Lopez's inferior footwork and movement compared to Stevenson. He outlines a potential plan for Teofimo, noting that Lopez would need to fight aggressively in close quarters while maintaining flawless defense. However, Stevenson's adaptability, timing, and strategic awareness provide him a significant edge, reinforcing Bradley's assessment of a clear advantage for Stevenson.
Remember moments of the sparring where he's like saying to himself, I can get him here, I can get him there. And that's why Shakur's saying, like, dude, I know how to beat you. I know how to beat you. You know? But back to Teo. For Teo to have his success against Shakur, and what I noticed when Zepeda had success against Shakur was he has to take him in the he has to get to him in the pocket. He has to. He has to make Shakur sit in the pocket with him. Teo is a counterpuncher naturally by heart. Like, he's not like an aggressive fighter. You know, he likes guys to come to him. You know, give you an example. You know, you had a guy, a Barboza, who was going to him, and what did you see? You know, you saw him stepping off on angles, coming up with uppercuts, and he got in the zone. You know, he got in a great rhythm. Gordo showed up.
Bradley draws parallels between Stevenson's style and that of Dimitri Bivol, describing Stevenson as a master of push and pull tactics. He praises Stevenson's patience, mobility, and high IQ approach, comparing the fight to a complex chess match. Bradley predicts that Stevenson will exploit Lopez's lack of discipline and poor timing, punishing overextensions while remaining composed and precise.
The ring as well, but always on springs, like almost like a cat, who's frightened and he's ready to strike, but still relax at the same time. But it's that push and pull with Shakur, man, that he's the best at. He is absolutely the best at the push and pull game. Bivol is similar in a fashion, a little bit different, but that's Shakur's game, man. You step 1 foot forward, he step 1 foot back. He understands his range to where he can get out of range, land his shots, get out of range again, land his shots. And Shakur will make Teo pay, because Teo is not disciplined other than his reflexes and trying to move out of the way. And every occasion he might, parry a shot or deflect a shot.
Richardson Hitchens, who claims to have landed one of the few effective punches on Stevenson during sparring, offers a nuanced perspective. He views the matchup as roughly 60-40 in Stevenson's favor, but notes that Stevenson has vulnerabilities. Hitchens' insights carry weight, as he has first-hand experience testing Stevenson's defenses, and his advice could prove pivotal for Lopez on fight night.
I expect me to be like, Shakur's gonna win easily, right?
Well, that's what we think.
Yeah, but I think it's a good fight. I think it's honestly 60-40. I think, obviously favors Shakur. He's the more unbeatable guy because he's hard to hit him, period. Yeah. But Teo also has the abilities to not be that easy hittable. Like, right. He's not just a guy you're sitting there to pick apart.
He's also athletic and defensive at times.
Yeah, so I think it's a 60-40 fight. I'm favoring Shakur. And I don't know how Shakur is gonna win the fight. I don't know what Shakur is. With Shakur, it's all about the danger you could put in front of him. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I do know. If he feel like it's danger, and you got his mind thinking and working, you can taint him.
Hitchens stresses that Lopez must present a tangible threat to challenge Stevenson. If he fails, Stevenson will operate at peak performance, putting Lopez under extreme pressure and likely dominating the bout. Comparing their recent performances, Hitchens leans heavily towards Stevenson, citing his display against William Zepeda as evidence of superior technical skill versus Lopez's bouts, such as the one against Barboza.
And make him keep off of you. If Teo can't make him think, if Teo don't got nothing that's like, yo, this motherfucker hurt me, Shakur's gonna have his way with him. So It's all about what Shakur feels in that ring that day.
So in other words, if he does sense some danger, if Shakur sense some danger, it'll be just a different type of fight, but he'll still win.
Right. It'll be more of a, I'm gonna get what I can get, and I'm out of here.
Move.
Yeah.
What do you think about his performance against Zepeda?
He surprised me that day.
Yeah.
Cause
but you seen him do that in the gym, so why did he surprise you?
Because it's always different under lights. Yeah, it was different under lights. He was sending me sparring clips of him in that camp. Like, I was watching, and I'm like, okay, like, all right. But I felt like Zepeda pressure just was different from them guys.
Giving his thoughts, Jaron Ennis has openly dismissed Lopez's chances, claiming Stevenson will decisively expose his flaws. Ennis predicts Stevenson will control most of the rounds and dismantle Lopez methodically, possibly winning 9 rounds to 3. He emphasizes that the technical chess match will favor Stevenson, warning that Lopez's mistakes could cost him the fight.
That's a good fight. It's a good fight. 2 top guys fight each other. I think Shakur gonna cook him. I ain't gonna lie. I think Shakur gonna cook him 9-3.
9-3?
Yeah.
Now, you talking about, like, is it competitive early, or is it just?
It might be competitive early, but I think Shakur just gonna like start breaking him down, like, mentally and stuff like that. I don't think Teo like mentally there sometimes.
Ennis believes Lopez is not on the same technical level as Stevenson, highlighting a critical flaw: his inability to maintain proper distance. He warns that anyone assuming Lopez can stand toe-to-toe with Stevenson is mistaken. According to Ennis, Stevenson will frustrate Lopez, exploit weaknesses, and likely secure a dominant victory.
What is it about Shakur that's difficult?
I just think I think with these guys, I think I think with these guys, I think Shakur, like, he knows his distance well, and I don't think the other guys can like reach him or capitalize off of it.
Now, everybody's saying decision. Could a stoppage be on the table? Because you said like frustrate him.
Yeah, for sure. A stoppage is always in the works. These guys fighting with 8 ounces on no headgear. Anything can happen in boxing.
So what does Shakur have to do to be successful against a T.O.?
Just be himself. Be him. Don't listen to the crowd. Don't listen to these fans. Don't listen to these haters, these saying daughters. Just be him. Do what he do best, and that's one.
Backing him, Shawn Porter also echoes Davis's assessment, citing his own sparring experience with Stevenson. Porter confirms that Stevenson can make opponents overthink, creating a mental edge. He explains that he personally could not last beyond 3 or 4 rounds with Stevenson, attributing Stevenson's dominance to his ability to control pace, positioning, and decision-making in the ring.
When the business is better for you and Dalton Smith than it is for you and Teofimo Lopez or you and...
Tio not gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why is Tio not gonna win this fight? Because Shakur IQ is just on a whole nother planet. Shakur is really like that, and Shakur
kind of sickening, right?
Shakur facts, like Shakur, like people don't realize is about Shakur. The mentality that I have, Shakur has it. Mine is just louder. But when you in the ring with Shakur, he's a mean fighter, bro. Like for real, like take it from me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in the ring with Shakur, I really have to think with him. It's not, I'm about to bully this guy. I'm a little bit bigger than him, probably a little strong. Like, no. I gotta think with this guy at the end of the day.
Stevenson is celebrated as a defensive genius. His move up in weight only underscores his technical prowess, as he prepares to showcase his full skill set and dismantle Lopez efficiently.
Anticipate a fight, right? Yeah. But don't have Shakur as much in the corner. I think Shakur wins easily. I just don't trust Shakur on the ropes, stuck in the corner against Tio. Against other fighters, I could get why he would do that, but against Tio punch selection is a lot better than any fighter that Shakur has ever fought. His speed is a lot more rapid than, to me, any fighter Shakur has ever fought. And he's the best athlete Shakur has ever fought. And he's the most explosive fighter Shakur has ever fought. So he's in the fight, definitely. But if you ask me, I'm always going to go with the guy with the best defense, the guy with the best skills, the southpaw that has a little bit of height on him. Shakur don't have short arms, so he has a lot on his side.
Meanwhile, Lopez's weaknesses are under scrutiny, with analysts highlighting flaws that Stevenson is expected to exploit. This fight is a collision of power versus technique, aggression versus strategy, and it promises to deliver a spectacle defined by skill, precision, and mental acuity.
Work gonna be very important in this fight, man. Shakur got better footwork than Teofimo Lopez. Oh, Teofimo Lopez can move laterally. Oh, he's sweet moving laterally. But there's a lot of mistakes with all that lateral movement, man. And his hands down and how he get out of position. All of that stuff. Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Shakur gonna be walking his down. Hey, under control. Feet gonna be underneath him. Getting out the damn way. Yeah. But anyways, man, Tim Desert Storm Bradley. You already know the rest. Shakur ain't gotta run. He ain't gotta, I'm telling y'all, he ain't gonna do that shit. He gonna be right there. He gonna be right there in front of him. Like, let's go.
The stage is set for a clash that promises intensity, strategy, and dramatic action. Fans worldwide are debating the outcome. Will Lopez's explosive potential be enough, or will Stevenson's technical mastery shine?
I favor Shakur in this one. You know what I mean? I think Teal is a phenomenal fighter, great fighter. But Teal to me is more like he has those athletic skills that you don't teach. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes to him.
Yeah, I think Lopez comes as well.
It comes to him naturally. Yeah. But I think that's what's going to nip him against Shakur. Right. Because Shakur is fundamentally sound.
Correct.
So when a guy that has this athletic ability and does things that are not fundamentally sound fights a guy that's seasoned like a Shakur, he's going to make you pay. And that's just how I see it. I think it's a great matchup.
Every prediction adds a layer of tension. Analysts are dissecting every move each fighter might make. Teofimo's power and unpredictability are his biggest assets, while Stevenson's precision and defensive brilliance make him notoriously hard to hit. The clash isn't just about strength or skill. It's a battle of wits, anticipation, and split-second decision-making inside the squared circle.
But I just favor.
Now, how Shakur is like Floyd in this way.
Yeah.
He's like
sure.
Floyd in this way. Everyone's able to boxing IQ, the defense, whatever, and Shakur's a southpaw, but
he makes fewer mistakes than the other guys.
he does.
Really, what Floyd did, he was like a football team that never turns the ball over. Like if you need to throw the
And don't get no penalties.
if you need to throw the ball away, throw it away. Waste that down, right? But don't turn it over.
And there you have it. Every expert, every insider, and every prediction points to one thing: Shakur Stevenson is ready to dominate, expose, and potentially maul Teofimo Lopez like never before. But Fight Night is where legends are made and anything can happen. Will Stevenson prove why he's one of the most technically gifted fighters of his generation? Or will Lopez shock the world with his power? Drop your predictions in the comments. Hit that like button if you're hyped for this showdown. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest fight breakdowns and expert insights. The ring is calling. Who's walking out on top?